I Want Answers is made possible by
After finishing high school, I immediately got married and started my family. Without a college degree, I found that pretty quickly my options were limited. When I started looking around for a college program for working adults, I quickly found that Rogers State was a great fit. They worked with me to get financial aid, offered classes that fit my busy schedule, and gave me personalized attention that I couldn't get at a larger school. Rogers State definitely started me on my professional career.
and by
The Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
and by
At OU, you become
A free thinker.
A trailblazer.
A teammate.
You become relentless.
Artistic.
Passionate.
Innovative.
OU's #1 in the nation in the number of National Merit Scholars enrolled at a public university and is a leading institution for academic excellence and value.
This is OU.
This is OU.
This is OU.
This is OU, the University of Oklahoma.
and by
We face the day with purpose. We speak truthfully, if we need to speak at all. Promises are what we keep. Anger is what we don't. Whatever must be done, we do it. Until it's done. Until it's right. We show respect and work to earn it. We live this code. We are this code.
We are cowboys.
Are you a cowboy?
and by
The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts, arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.
The Mounds Eagles and the Caney Valley Trojans are ready to jump into the 5th episode this season of I Want Answers. Hello everyone and welcome back to as we continue our 4th season of Oklahoma's favorite academic game show, I Want Answers. I'm your humble host, Jeff Gaffin. In this 5th set, we have the Caney Valley Trojans and their new challenger, the Mounds Eagles. Before the show, we had a chance to meet the players for the Caney Valley Trojans. And here we have the opportunity to meet up with the Caney Valley Trojans. Hi, how are you doing? Good. How are you? Doing good? All right. Please introduce yourselves, name, grade, anything important you want to tell us.
My name's Colton Calvert. I'm a senior in high school. I plan on going to Southern Nazarene University and majoring in biochemistry, and I enjoy hanging out with the youth group.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Austin Kennedy. I'm a senior. I plan on going to NSU and studying engineering. There you go.
My name is Adalyn Lay, and I'm a senior. I'm involved with band. I've been drum major for 3 years. I want to major in music production, but I don't know where I'm going yet.
I'm Jeremiah. I'm a senior in high school. I plan on going to OSU for petroleum engineering or joining the military.
Very nice. We appreciate y'all being here. The Caney Valley Trojans. And we also had the opportunity to meet the Mounds Eagles. And now we have the chance to meet up with the Mounds Eagles. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Glad you're here. Please introduce yourselves, name, grade, anything important you want to tell us.
I'm Maddie Davis, and I'm a sophomore at Mounds High School.
Hi there, I'm Marissa Fulbright. I'm a sophomore, and I do musical theater and acting, so it's pretty cool.
I'm Megan Shore. I'm a senior. I plan on going to Tulsa University and majoring in computer science.
My name is Nathan Keller. I'm a sophomore, and I'm in band and basketball.
Very good. Glad you're all here. Appreciate you. The Mounds Eagles. Thank you, Eagles and Trojans. So, are you ready for questions, Mounds?
Yeah! Woo!
Are you ready for questions, Caney Valley?
Yeah!
Are you ready for questions, audience? Well, I know what I'm ready for, because I want answers. We begin our competition again with the speed round. These are individual answer questions worth 10 points each. Remember, teams, there is no conferring in this round. Are you ready for speed? Here's your first question. The Shui Dagon Pagoda in Rangoon, Burma is the shrine of which religion? Yes, Caney Valley.
Buddhism.
That is correct. Math question. 285 is 5% of what number? Yes, Mounds.
5,700.
5,700 is correct. Remember, you do get extra time for math questions. Back to speed. Why was a movie theater in Exeter, England, forced to cancel its first showing of the new Russell Crowe film, Noah? Yes, Mounds.
Religious beliefs?
Incorrect. Caney Valley, you get a chance. Yes.
Leaky roof.
Incorrect. There was a flood in Exeter. Coincidentally, huh? What president removed General MacArthur from command of Korean operations? Yes, Caney Valley.
Eisenhower.
Incorrect. Mountains, you get a chance. That would be President Truman. It is easier to remember the presidents of the United States than to recall the men that they defeated for office. Determine which election loser was defeated by William McKinley. Was it William Jennings Bryan, George McClellan, Al Smith, or Barry Goldwater? Yes, Mounds.
Barry Goldwater.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes.
Brian.
That is correct. The world's most secure prison was located on an island in San Francisco Bay. Yes, Caney Valley.
Alcatraz.
That is correct. The deepest point on Earth is 35,800 feet below sea level. Yes, Mounds. I'm sorry, Caney Valley. That is correct. What city boasted the Hanging Gardens that were one of the... Yes, Caney Valley.
Babylon.
Babylon is correct. The Pied Piper of Hamelin was written by which of the following? Was it Aesop, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Robert Browning, or Louisa May Alcott? Yes, Mounds.
Aesop.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes.
Robert Browning.
That is correct. The word cranial pertains to the skull. Does the octic refer to the ankle, fingers, ear, or kneecap? Yes, Caney Valley.
Kneecap.
Incorrect. Mounds, you get a chance. Yes.
Ear.
Ear is correct. And now we have a video question, a new addition to our season. This question is from a professor of English and Humanities at Rogers State University, Dr. Emily Dial Driver.
Sir John Falstaff appears in several of Shakespeare's history plays. In which one of Shakespeare's comedies do we meet him? Much Ado About Nothing, Merry Wives of Windsor, or Winter's Tale?
Yes, Mounds.
Merry Wives of Windsor?
That is correct. This term was popular during the 17th and 18th centuries when pirates preyed on the ships loaded with Spanish treasure. What was the name given to the ocean area crossed by Spanish treasure ships plying the seas between Spain and her New World colonies? Yes, Caney Valley.
Triangle trade route.
And that is incorrect. Mounds will get a chance. Good answer, though. Yes, go ahead.
Pirate Cove?
Incorrect. The Spanish Main. Back to speed. Quote, the blood spilled for 100 days. 20 years later, the tears still flow, end quote. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said this at the ceremony held in what country to mark the 1994 genocide in which 800,000 people were killed? Yes, Caney Valley.
Ghana.
Incorrect. Mounds. Yes.
Cuba.
Incorrect. It is Rwanda. Rwanda. In economics, capital is an amount of money. In political science, it is the seat of government. What is capital in terms of architecture? Yes, Mounds.
Top of the building.
A little more specific. What kind of building?
State capitol.
Incorrect. Caney Valley, get a chance. Close. Yes, go ahead.
Peak of a dome.
Incorrect. It'd be the top of a column or pillar. Has to be a little bit more specific. Close. About 1,200 lives were lost, 124 of them American, when a German submarine sank the Lusitania in 1915. What company owned the ill-fated vessel? That would be the Cunard Company. Cunard. Identify this academic degree. BS. Yes, Caney Valley.
Bachelor of Science.
That is correct, and not the other BS that you might have been thinking of. That wasn't funny. What sport features a full court press? Yes, Caney Valley.
Basketball.
Basketball is correct. Geographically, which continent is made up of 12 nations and 2 dependencies? Yes, Mounds.
Africa.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes.
Europe.
Incorrect. It's South America. What classic opens with the words, quote, of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, end quote? Yes, Caney Valley.
Paradise Lost.
That is correct. Slight math question on this. I say slight. You'll understand when I read it. In 1950, Miss Florence Chadwick swam the English Channel in 13 hours, 28 minutes. How much less than a day did this feat take? Yes, Caney Valley.
10 hours, 22 minutes.
Incorrect. Mounds, you still got a chance. Yes.
10 hours, 32 minutes.
That is correct. And now we have our second video question. Oh, and that timer does mean that the first round is over. We'll get to that video question at another time. And after the first round, Caney Valley Trojans with 90 points, the Mounds Eagles with 40 points. And now it's time for round 2, the advantage round. In this team, the teams face off by attempting to answer a speed question as before. The team that correctly answers one then gains the advantage and thus gets the opportunity to answer 3 advantage questions worth 5 points each. Once the 3 advantage questions are through, it goes back to speed questions to gain the next advantage. Just a reminder, teams, while the speed questions can be answered by anyone, the answers for the advantage questions must come from your team captain. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah!
I'm ready. And here, your first speed question will be that video question. And this question is from the Dean of the Honors College at Oklahoma State University, Dr. Keith Garbutt.
Which much banned science fiction novel has the catchphrase, "So it goes"?
Yes, Mounds.
Allswell that ends well.
Incorrect. Caney Valley, get a chance. All right, no thought there. The Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. All right, so looking for an advantage. How did Mohandas Gandhi die? Yes, Mounds.
Of old age.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes.
Heart attack.
Incorrect. He was shot. He was shot. The Reverend Al Sharpton denied reports that he played the role of FBI informant in bringing down 4 of New York City's 5 what? Yes, Caney Valley.
Mob bosses.
That'll work, mafia families. We'll count that, and you guys have the advantage. Your category for this is geography. Number 1, in which state is the Grand Coulee Dam?
Washington.
That is correct. Which state is divided into 2 parts by a large lake?
Michigan.
That is correct. Name the large city at the west end of Lake Superior.
Chicago.
Incorrect. It is Duluth. All right. Back to speed question. So he gains a new advantage. I'm going to give you an epithet describing a famous person. Then I will give you 4 names. You match the historical individual with the appropriate description. The Bard of Avon. Is it Attila the Hun, Napoleon, Socrates, or Shakespeare? Yes, Caney Valley.
Shakespeare.
That is correct, but you do have the advantage again. Your category this time is, these famous Americans have middle names as familiar as their first and last names. Identify the missing middles. Number 1, George Custer.
William.
Incorrect, it is Armstrong. Number 2, William Garrison.
Henry.
Incorrect, it is Lloyd. Hubert Humphrey.
Bogart.
Incorrect, Horatio. That's okay. Good call there. All right, back for looking for more advantage. Charles Sherwood Stratton was an American dwarf, 36 inches tall, who worked for P.T. Barnum. What was his nickname? Yes, Mounds.
Shorty.
Incorrect. Good call, though. Caney Valley, you get a chance. Yes.
Little Dynamite.
Incorrect. It is Tom Thumb. Tom Thumb. Math question. Find the sum of the consecutive numbers from 2 through 30. Time is up on that. I'm sorry. 464 is the answer on that. Still looking for advantage again. Many products, such as electronic watches, pocket calculators, and automotive electronic systems, were made possible through the use of ICs. What are ICs? Time's up on that. Integrated circuits. In 1935, he organized the American Institute of Public Opinion. Can you name him? Yes, Caney Valley.
FDR.
Incorrect. Mounds, you get a chance. Time's up on that. George Gallup of the Gallup poll. Explain the difference between a puma, a cougar, and a mountain lion. Yes, Caney Valley.
They're the same.
So there's
no difference.
There you go. Good enough. We'll take the advantage for you guys. Your category is to define these abbreviations in the field of American business. Number 1, the AFL-CIO.
What were we supposed to do?
Pass.
That would be the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations. Number 2, OTC.
I have no idea.
Olympic Trade Company.
Olympic Trade Company.
Incorrect. It is over the counter. Number 3, ICC.
And I don't know on that one either.
Interest can count.
Good call. Interstate Commerce Commission. That's all right. Back to speed. What is the name of the world's largest beer festival held annually in Munich, Germany? Yes, Caney Valley.
Oktoberfest.
That is correct. And you have the advantage again. Category this time is world history. Number 1, what Roman emperor had his own mother executed, murdered his wife, killed a girl who wouldn't marry him, and executed many Christians? Nero is correct. Number 2, when he ravaged Italy in 452, Pope Leo persuaded him to spare Rome. Name this leader of the Huns so cruel he was called the Scourge of God.
Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hun.
That is correct. A book based on the theory that maintenance of power justifies deceit and treachery in government is The Prince. What Italian statesman wrote it?
Machiavelli.
That is correct. Oh, and that bell means that the advantage round is done. Score at this point, Caney Valley Trojans with 120 points, the Mounds Eagles with 40 points. And now it's time to head into round 3, where the team's ability to think on their feet will be tested. We present the Whirlwind Round. In the Whirlwind Round, the trailing team will get to pick from 1 to 3 categories, and they get to choose whether they wish to answer that category's questions themselves or force the other team to answer them. Regardless, that team will have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions in that category as possible, with each correct answer being worth 10 points each. Then the other team gets their 1-minute shot at 1 to 3 categories and answering as many of those 10 questions as possible. Should the trailing team choose a category for the leading team will choose a category for the trailing team. Fair is fair, right? We believe in fairness and honesty here at I Want Answers. Should any team correctly answer all 10 of their questions within a minute, they will receive 10 bonus points. Mounds, you're trailing at this point. Your categories to choose from are antonyms, arithmetic, or Hawaii. Are you choosing for yourselves or for Caney Valley?
For ourselves.
Okay, what would you like?
Antonyms.
Antonyms. Got it. Your 60 seconds begins after I read the first question. This is a multiple choice vocabulary quiz on antonyms. Okay? Number 1. Does ignominy mean the opposite of infamy, vanity, humiliation, or esteem?
Esteem.
Correct. Does integrity mean the opposite of disintegration, reason, depravity, or criminality?
Criminality.
Incorrect. Does gregarious mean the opposite of unsociable, superior, proud, or modest?
Unsociable.
Correct. Does delectable mean the opposite of destructive, inflatable, inedible, or respectable?
Inedible.
Correct. Does permeable mean the opposite of impenetrable, impermanent, porous, or negligible?
Impenetrable.
Correct. Does keen mean the opposite of open, dull, witty, or problematic?
Dull.
Correct. Does succor mean the opposite of abandon, revive, replenish, or exterminate?
Exterminate.
Incorrect. Does disheveled mean the opposite of hairy, hirsute, ransacked, or tidy?
Tidy.
Correct. Does glib mean the opposite of brittle, taciturn, talkative, or voluble?
Talkative.
Incorrect. Time is up on that. We got through 9 questions. Very good. Okay, Caney Valley, you get your chance to handle the Whirlwind Round. You're choosing for yourselves. Would you like arithmetic, Hawaii, or variety?
What do you think? Yes. Yeah.
We'll take Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay, we can do that. Again, your 60 seconds begins after I read the first question. Ready? The largest Hawaiian island is?
Hawaii.
Correct. Hawaiians use this word to welcome you.
Aloha.
Correct. The largest mountain in the islands is?
Mauna Kea.
Correct. This is the capital city of Hawaii.
Honolulu.
Correct. Is Hawaii our 48th, 49th, or 50th state?
50th.
Correct. Which Hawaiian volcano has the greatest volume of any volcano?
Mount Kilauea.
Incorrect. This is Honolulu's most famous beach.
Tiki Beach.
Incorrect. Name the island Honolulu is located on.
Oahu.
Correct. What is the Hawaiian floral garland called?
Like 10 seconds.
Pass.
A Hawaiian feast is called a?
Luau.
Luau.
Correct. And I can't go back if you passed, but that's all 10 questions. Okay. That number 9 was a lei. That flower thing. Okay. All right. Well done. After the Whirlwind Round, Caney Valley, you have 185 points. Mounds with 100 points. How about a few more speed questions to wrap this up? Yes?
Yeah.
Excitement!
Yeah.
I want answers. Here we go. More speed. What 2 animals stay in Africa when Dr. Dolittle returns home in The Story of Dr. Dolittle? Yes, Caney Valley.
Giraffe and elephant.
Incorrect. Mounds. Yes.
Kangaroo and wallaby.
Incorrect. A crocodile and a parrot. You knew that, right? In what intermediate direction do ships travel en route from the Atlantic to the Pacific by way of the Panama Canal? Yes, Mounds. Sorry.
West.
Incorrect. Caney Valley? Yes.
East.
Incorrect. It is southeast. Southeast. President Viktor Yankovich left the capital of Kiev one step ahead of throngs of citizens stunned by their triumph. In what former Soviet republic did this revolt? Yes, Caney Valley.
Ukraine.
That is correct. At the Transfiguration, 3 apostles witnessed Jesus' conversation with Moses and Elijah. Who were they? You made it in. Yes, go ahead, Mounds.
Simon and Peter.
That is incorrect. Caney Valley? Yes, go ahead.
Simon, Peter, and Luke.
Incorrect. Peter, James, and John. Almost sounds like a rock band. What is the only residence in the United States with its own zip code? Yes, Caney Valley.
Washington, D.C.
Incorrect. Yes, Mounds.
The White House.
The White House is correct. What event, the subject of the 1970 film Tora, 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 and Walter Lord's Day of Infamy? Yes, Caney Valley.
Pearl Harbor.
More specific?
Attack on Pearl Harbor.
There you go. That counts. I'll name a Greek deity. You identify their Roman counterparts. Demeter. Yes, Caney Valley.
Ceres.
That is correct. Which country declared war on Japan 2 days after an atomic bomb was dropped? Yes, Caney Valley.
Great Britain.
Incorrect. On Hiroshima. Or Hiroshima. Yes, Mounds.
United States.
Incorrect. It was the Soviet Union. A group of 9 islands in the North Atlantic form a province of Portugal. Name the group. Yes, Mounds.
Archipelago.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes, go ahead.
Falklands.
Incorrect. The Azores or the Azores. Depends on the pronunciation. Azores Islands. How many separate sheets would you have to tear out if you wanted to remove the following pages from a book? 7, 8, 12, 13, 21, 22. Actually, you made it on time. Yes, go ahead, Caney Valley.
16.
Incorrect. Mounds, you do get a chance. Yes, go ahead.
18.
Incorrect. It is 4 pages because most of them are front to back. Right. How many electoral votes are necessary to win the U.S. presidential election? Yes, Mounds.
152.
Incorrect. Caney Valley. Yes, go ahead.
155.
Incorrect. 270. Quote, the die is cast. I have crossed the Rubicon. End quote. These immortal words were uttered by what famous person? Yes, Caney Valley.
Shakespeare.
Incorrect. Mounds, your thought? Yes, go ahead.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Incorrect. Julius Caesar. And that bell means that our competition is over. Final score stands with the Caney Valley Trojans with 210 points, the Mounds Eagles with 110 points. Great job and well done, both Mounds and Caney Valley. The Caney Valley Trojans will continue in advance and return in a few weeks to compete against next week's winner. Will it be the Tulsa Central Braves or the Morris Eagles? Come back next week and see who has the answers here on I Want Answers. To view previous I Want Answers episodes, please visit us on the web at rsu.tv or look us up and like us on Facebook. Just search for I Want Answers. Or you can even find us on YouTube. Just subscribe to RSU Public TV. Thank you, teams, for playing. Thank you, audience, for joining us. We hope you gained some knowledge as we continue to explore the knowledge of our local Green Country High School academic teams. If you knew some of the answers, thank a teacher. But if you know freedom, thank a soldier. Until next time, this is your host, Jeff Gaffin, reminding you that asking questions is only half the battle, so never stop looking for the answers. So long, everyone.
I Want Answers is made possible by
After finishing high school, I immediately got married and started my family. Without a college degree, I found that pretty quickly my options were limited. When I started looking around for a college program for working adults, I quickly found that Rogers State was a great fit. They worked with me to get financial aid, offered classes that fit my busy schedule, and gave me personalized attention that I couldn't get at a larger school. Rogers State definitely started me on my professional career.
And by
the Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
At OU, you become
a free thinker,
a trailblazer,
a teammate,
you become relentless,
artistic,
passionate,
innovative.
OU's #1 in the nation in the number of National Merit Scholars enrolled at a public university and is a leading institution for academic excellence and value.
This is OU.
This is OU.
This is OU.
This is OU, the University of Oklahoma.
And by
we face the day with purpose. We speak truthfully, if we need to speak at all. Promises are what we keep. Anger is what we don't. Whatever must be done, we do it. Until it's done. Until it's right. We show respect and work to earn it. We live this code. We are this code.
We are cowboys.
Are you a cowboy?
And by
the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts, arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.